And ito na. Thank you nga pala sa mga nag-follow dun sa shot call natin kahapon, no? So, kung nanood ko nung video natin, inilagay ko doon na yung shot call natin, pinpublic ko na. Kahit sobrang risky nun. Kasi manipulation lang siya. Pero, once na magpakita siya, in-explain ko rin naman sa inyo, once na magpakita siya, it's gonna be clear as daylight, diba? So, yeah. Ako nga pala si Oso. I've been here since 2017. I've been trying to share you guys my wins, my losses dito sa cryptocurrency publicly. Lugi sa inyo kung hindi kayo magpapakita ng sarili nyo. Ako, pinapakita ko libre. Okay, pinapakita ko ng libre yung mga ginagawa ko. Pero, syempre, yung real time sa Meraki lang siya available. So, kung gusto nyo sa Meraki, it's up to you guys. Okay? Do not get FOMO'd in kasi ngayon sobrang ingat ko. Ngayon ako masyadong nag-upload, nag-update. Okay? Pero kung nandito kayo sa Facebook ko, tingnan nyo to. Ayan. Ayan. Okay, so kahapon nag-shot call tayo, di ba? Malinaw na malinaw yung shot call natin. Kung nakisabay kayo dito, naka $100 din kayo. So, sakto din naman. Muntik tayo may SL, to be honest. Hindi ako magsisinungaling. Tinry nila isweep yung order block natin. So, may order block na tayo, may order block pa tayo dito. So, nanganak na siya ng dalawang order block. And this is very understandable. Why it is going to happen? Bakit siya babagsak? It's because we're trying to sweep the last liquidity na nangyari nung umangat tayo. So, parang gusto niyang higupin yung naging up natin as everyone is trying to anticipate that there will be a good sign in the market na magkakaroon tayo ng Asian session, di ba? Meron din tayong London. So, anong mangyayari? Kumbaga, so may New York tayo. So, 3 consecutive sessions. It's really bad. But that's not the topic today. I'm gonna do a review for you guys on this one. As pag-usapan natin to. Okay? Pag-usapan natin to. Pag-usapan natin yan. Pag-usapan natin to. Ito. Actually, dapat ganito yan. Yan. Okay, yan. Ito. Tapos, ito. Yan. So, guys, kung nandito kayo, please do like and share, subscribe. Okay? There has a lot of been happening on my end. Non-crypto related. So kung kaya niyo ipagdasal, pagdasal niyo ako kasi I'm not really doing well. Okay, I'm super in debt with my business. So yeah, please help me by praying. So yan. Pero don't worry guys. When it comes to our cryptocurrency, it's still holding up. Hindi, promise ko yan sa inyo, yung binabayad nyo sa akin, hindi ko ilalabas para lang sa business. Andito lang siya sa crypto. So, if it lose, it lose. Nasa Solana lang siya. Nababawasan siya ngayon kasi bumabagsak yung Solana. So, it's very understandable. So, please do like, share, subscribe. Malaking tulong na yan. If makapag-like and share, subscribe kayo. Kung i-share nyo sa Facebook, sa Twitter, it will be a really big help as well. Then also let's talk about our 15-minute to 1 hour time frame. Okay, so yung Plume Crypto, alam ko undervalued yan. Meron na kami. Bumili ako kanina, so nakabili kami before the real pump happened. So DCA lang siya. Okay. Because we saw a hidden bullishness at the bottom. So it's just like a news as well, followed by a news. Doon lang naman siguro din naging pump yung Plume. It's not really something that we need to FOMO in. Okay, yun ang sasabihin ko. Kahit Sipol, we had a DCA on it, tapos nag-pump ng 30%. It's not something that we need to celebrate about. It is a usual thing that happens for RWA whenever there are news like infrastructure. So it's very understandable. So let's not FOMO in. Okay, kasi alam ko marami sa inyo na naghahabol ng mga ganyan. Alam ko kung undervalued, hanggang saan ba ang mata mo? Yan yung tanong dyan, 'di ba? Baka mamaya tingin nyo undervalued, pero ang target mo lang is ganitong amount, then how much will you be able to profit from it? Okay, who are the buyers? Who will acquisition on this one? Sino yung magiging backers on this one? What happened to those promises during the last time? So it's up to you guys. Okay? Okay, so now let's talk about the 15 minutes. So ako, I still have to look for short levels. Okay, so buo pa din yung play natin kahapon. Okay, di ba dito tayo nag-short? Ang ganda ng short natin, bumagsak siya dito. Pero sabi ko, it needs to like really have a rejection on this one, pwedeng manipulation, tsaka tayo angat, which is yun na nga yung nangyari. Okay, so ngayon ang paper trade natin, okay, kasi hindi ko na makonect yung API natin dito, bantayan natin siya. Tingnan natin. We have $48, yung kahapon natin is $69 and $32. Okay, pero whenever I do paper trade, sinasabay ko pa rin siya sa Bybit natin. Okay, kaya naka-Bybit lang tayo. Okay, Bybit pa rin tayo. So, ito na yung sasabihin ko kanina. In early close ko siya, although bumagsak pa rin. Okay, bumagsak pa rin siya ng kahit papano. Okay, is because of major resistances. Okay, we cannot find any strong, kumbaga, hindi tayo makabalik doon sa hinahanap nating, kumbaga, yung hinahanap nating strength sa market. Okay? Wait lang, ba't nawala yung music ko? Yun, okay. Alright, so yun na naman. Nag-post na naman to si Meow Pussycat. Sinagot ko na yan. At isang buong live, sinagot ko yan. Ewan ko, nasan ka? Nandyan ka lang ata para mag-post. So, let's hope. Okay, it's either you'll be a winner or a total loser. Ganun lang din naman sa akin eh. It's either I'll be a winner or a total loser. But the difference is, I'm in public. Okay? So guys, marami sa inyo hindi naka-subscribe or hindi nagla-like sa live natin. Yan. Mga snipers. Nasa sa inyo yan, bala ka. Kung ayaw nyo mag-subscribe, pero drop a like. That's gonna be a big help. Okay? Kung ito lang yung titignan mo, nako, I think sumasabay ka lang sa trend. And this is the best video for you. So, if you can stay, that'll be great. Okay? And I will tell you guys about the liquidity cycle. Okay? So, marami sa inyo. Okay? And the SEO for Google, they're pushing the 4-year cycle. Word SEO. Okay? So, makikita nyo sa iba't ibang mga bots sa Twitter, even sa Reddit, even sa mga Telegram. They're just talking about 4-year cycle. Okay, so ito na yung sasabihin natin. Nandito na sa word per word, okay? So also, I did a chart prompts that will prove where the market is already right now, hypothetically, by just pointing out facts in the market. Okay? Now, if you're gonna stay within an hour, I'll be able to give you an opening para makaroon ka ng utak patungkol sa labas ng 4-year cycle. Okay, so pagbibigyan ko kayo, 4-year cycle is based on the predictable, pragmatic Bitcoin halving event. Okay, so doon pala sa word na yon, alam na natin na this is just like a pattern that we need to look at. Okay, whenever there's a halving, okay, nagbabago, nasusunod yung gustong gawin ng market natin. So I mark all the halvings in this market. Kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong mga black lines dyan, hindi lang halata siguro sa live. Okay, so ang pinakaunang halving natin is dito, umangat siya. So doon nanggaling ang 4-year cycle ha. Huwag tayong sinungaling. Let's just stick to the facts. Okay, another here in the May 2016. And we have another here. So, sa March 2020. From there, papansin niyo, never nabiyak yung 4-year cycle. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kahit tignan lang natin siya sa Bitcoin miners, everyone is profitable in Bitcoin mining by just looking at the 4-year cycle and of course, the halving effect na tinatawag. Okay? Kasi yun yung structure niya kung bakit naging 4-year cycle eh. Okay? But, if hindi kayo magsisinungaling sa sarili nyo, Okay? At hindi kayo magiging bias. Okay? Mapapansin nyo na paikli ng paikli yung araw ng bull market natin from the actual low to yung pag sinabing, oh, ito na. This is the actual low. Okay? The dip of the dips. Kumbaga, bago talaga tayo lumipad. Tapos mag-crash ulit. Okay? So, yung mga araw na yan, paikli, pahaba ng pahaba. Okay? So, maikli siya dito. Kumbaga, short-lived. Pansin niyo. Okay? We have 364 days. Okay? And dito, umabot siya ng 500. Okay? Sige, ano natin? Baitan natin. Mga yan. So, for week, naka 4 week time frame tayo, ha? Okay? So, next is okay, tingnan natin to. Okay. Next is 840. Okay, dapat doon pa lang nagkakaroon na kayo ng idea, ha? Umabot na siya for 840. Okay, binaitan ko pa to. Hindi ko pa hinagot tong buong to. Okay, yan. O sige, ito, abutin natin. 1,000 na siya. Okay, 1,000. Okay, so binabaitan ko pa para sa inyo para maging super bias tayo para sa 4-year cycle, ha. Okay, next is 171. Okay, so ito dapat nga hindi to kasama kasi why? Look at the MVRVC, then also the MACD here. Pag zoom in ko yan dyan, hindi pa settled in, wala tayong crosses. Then the liquidity is not present. Dito pa lang nagkaroon ng present yung ano natin. So let's be factual. Okay, data wise, number wise, it says it's here. Okay, dito tayo nag-recover. Yan. Okay, so 840 days lang. Okay, 840 days mula sa 735, 800 to 1,000. Okay, next. Okay, so kung if 4 years din natin to, okay, let's be holistic. Okay, sabihin natin, okay, ito na yun. So, nakita mo, 1,099. Okay, so something happened here. Okay, ibig sabihin, pahaba ng pahaba yung araw natin. Okay, pahaba ng pahaba yung mga araw na sinasabi nyo na bull case ng 4-year cycle. Natapos na yung bull run. Okay? Pero, kung titignan natin, we have to take into account the moves sa RSI and sa liquidity flow. Okay? May nagbago. Pansinin nyo. Okay? This is crazy kung papansinin nyo na ang liquidity natin talaga technically bumalik. Okay? Na wala pa rin siya eh. Pwede tayong bumagsak dito sa level na to pero hindi tayo bumagsak. Biglang bumalik siya. Dito lang siya bumalik. Dito din. Okay, dito, nakita natin, this is very understandable. This is evidently COVID-19. Okay? So, hindi natin alam kung dito nagbago or dito nagbago. But, what we can see is there is definite changes. Okay? There is a definite change. Okay? And obvious change in the days. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, 4-year cycle per se, okay, is not very accurate. Hindi ko sinasabi not true. Not yet, okay? Not yet. But let's go back to our definition. So, mechanism. Okay, in the past, this significant supply shock historically led to a predictable pattern. Predictable pattern. Is this the pattern? I mean, is this the market that you want if you are an institutional trader? Or, let's say, you own a big company and you handle a lot of assets from other people. Is this the kind of market that you want to trade in? Or is this the market that you want to put in your life savings and cross your finger and pray for the 4-year cycle? Okay? Ito yung tinatawag na hedonic mindset, reptilian mind, kumbaga. Nandiyan kayo eh, lizard mind kayo. Okay? Ibig sabihin, gusto nyo magkaroon ng comfort. Kasi ito yung something na hindi, ito na yung kinasanayan natin. Ito na yung nangyayari. Okay? So, let's be safe. Kumbaga. So, we are operated to be safe. Okay? Ever since COVID-19 or before COVID-19, we are being programmed to be safe. That stay in your home, kami na bahala, Or magrenta na lang muna kayo. Wag na kayo bumili ng lupa. Kasi mas makakatipid kayo. Or rentahin nyo na lang muna yung kotse, wag na kayo bumili. Kasi since magpapalit naman kayo. Okay? Kaya mag month to month na lang kayo ng bili ng phone since magpapalit din naman kayo next year. Nagigets nyo? Or wag kayo mag lifetime subscription. Mag monthly subscription kayo or 1 year subscription kasi naka-discount. Nagigets nyo? You're being programmed to subscribe. And I'm not gonna say like, oh, immune ako dyan. Okay, I'm also one of those people na who's eyeing for something that is safe and secure. Okay, it's very obvious, guys. Lalo na ngayon kung titingnan yung SEO natin. Okay, when we say SEO, ito yung algorithm din natin sa Facebook, sa yan yung makikita nyo, 4-year cycle, it's already done, market is already done, and ang daming fear mongering. Dapat, diba, away kayo sa herd, diba? Dapat di kayo tupa, okay? And hindi kayo dapat takot sa apoy, okay? Pag sinabi natin kasi, pag katulad niya, may storm, okay? You need to be the buffalo versus to be the sheep. Okay, what does the sheep do pag may storm? Diba tumatakbo sila kahit hinahabol na sila ng storm, ng ipo-ipo, they run away. Yes, they're really good at knowing if there will be a storm 2 days, 1 day before, naamoy nila yan. That's true. Okay, now I will put you into a perspective ng buffalo. They know the same way as the sheeps, or sometimes they're late, but when it's there, what they do, pag nakikita na nila na it's coming, they go towards it. So, you have to go towards it. Okay? So that you will be able to overlook. Okay? Yung mga sinasabi ng lahat, since it is being handed to you already in a silver platter, dapat nagtataka ka. Why this is very accessible to me? Diba? Dapat nagtataka ka na eh. Nag-iisip ka ng ganun. Hindi ko naman ito sinesearch, nasa harapan ko na. 4-year cycle. But no one wants to talk about liquidity cycle, guys. Okay? So, I'm gonna open, I've been talking about this for 3 lives already with 2 more videos talking about, okay, liquidity cycle. Okay? Ang haba na ito, guys. Hanggang sa nakarating na tayo dito sa pinaka-basic para ma-open lang talaga yung mindset nyo sa liquidity cycle. That liquidity cycle is not for the retail people. They will feel bored than this one because they will be trying to chase leverage. They will try to chase quick gains. They will almost try to gamble almost every single dime ng pera nila, sa pera nila, just to recover from this crash that happened. And this is gonna be true. Okay, and this is gonna be painful. Okay, but if you're ready for pain, okay, I will raise your endorphins so that you will be able to think critically. Okay? So, right now, we have liquidity cycle. Basahin nyo na lang, driver, mechanism, and current relevance. Simple lang, liquidity cycle versus 4-year cycle. I already placed it here. Okay? Dapat kaya nyo din gawin yun. Okay? Ngayon, ang gagawin nyo na lang, like nyo na lang yung video na to, yung subscribe kayo. Okay? Huwag kayo magre-reklamo kung hindi kayo makapag-comment. Kailangan nyo lang mag-subscribe para makapag-comment kayo. Ganun kadali. Okay? Subscribe lang. Wala namang bayad yung pag-subscribe. Okay? So, what I really liked about this is liquidity cycle. Okay? So, bibigyan ko na kayo agad ng sneak peek why we have to talk about this is because market change when institutional and smart money are inflating a certain asset or a certain commodity or a certain, sabihin natin, a certain unregulated energy, unregulated technology, unregulated even sa war. Nangyayari to, guys. Okay? So sabihin natin mga new weapons. Okay, since it's not available for public for public investment, may mga ganito. Okay? Meron din nuclear power investments. Okay, ito yung risky energies. Okay? Which we are going towards there already by 2030. I see that we will, okay, another prediction back in 2021, ang sabi ko, by 2024, sabi ko, AI is gonna be something. And it did. Okay? 2028, it's gonna be regulated. And it might be one of the catalysts for a market crash. 2028. Diba? So, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay? So, why this is relevant? Basahin na lang natin. The market is now more sensitive to this large-scale capital flows. Okay? Analysts like Michael Howell, okay, analyst ito guys, laban nyo pa yung sarili nyo, that a 65-month rough or 5.4 year global liquidity cycle is a more robust predictor to, okay, asset prices than the traditional 4-year cycle halving or halving cycle. Okay? Yung sinasabi niyo 4-year cycle, 4 years halving cycle yun. Okay? Ayaw nila isama yun sa SEO. Okay? Hindi yun by coincidence. Okay? Hindi yan by coincidence, guys. Tinanggal nila yung halving cycle is so that you will not have the key to be awakened from this situation. Now, you need to understand that the halving has a problem. There is a problem in the halving and everyone is quitting when it comes to mining and shifting to AI mining. Okay? Data mining. Okay? Grass, Aether, Ionet. Ba, ang dami na naglilipa na, ang dami na naglalabasan ng mga ganito. Okay, why do we have this? Yan yung question dyan. Why are we shifting into that? It's because there had something to do with the liquidity. There also has something to do with the shift. Okay? We had a halving nitong, sabihin natin, February, March, April. Sabihin natin 2024. Bumagsak yung market. For the first time. Okay, this is not because psychology, etc. No, it's just that the system or the cycle is already changing. There is also indeed maturing of market. Sabihin natin, pwede sabihin, oh, the market is already maturing. Pwede nyo rin sabihin na the reason why there will be no pump in the market or the euphoria stage is because of the halving. No. Okay, because the reason why you're thinking about that, the reason why kung bakit nyo iniisip yan, guys, tatagalugin ko ha, is because nakadikit pa rin kayo sa 4-year cycle. Okay? Yung isip nyo, nakastuck kayo sa 4-year cycle. Okay? Iniisip nyo na 4-year cycle pa rin to. Okay? Kaya hindi nyo maisip na magkaka-euphoria. Okay? Na iniisip nyo na hindi sufficient. Okay? Da kasalanan nakasalanan to ng mga institution. No. Okay? Let's thank the institution. Okay? Kahit sobrang hirap para sa akin na kasi magiging ano na to, etc. No. I really think, okay, institutions, technocrats right now will be forcing Bitcoin to learn from itself, its user, the real ones who want to develop Bitcoin, to find ways in order to really protect what has been built since 2008. Okay, gets nyo? Okay, so sentient ang medyo esoteric tayo dito ha, sasabihin sa inyo, sentient ang gumawa ng Bitcoin. Okay, so ibig sabihin kung ano yung creator siya, ganun din ang magiging creation niya. So yung Bitcoin, okay, is a sentient, I think, okay, because it is learning from its moves over the years. Mapapansin niyo yan. Okay. And it has been proven since 2017. Pansinin nyo yung naging move natin sa 2017 when everyone is trying to manipulate the market. Okay? It just keeps on really flowing inside. Okay? And for the first time when they were saying that the market will not surpass 5,000, we did surpass. Pero nagkaroon tayo ng 2 months lag dito. Or sabihin natin 16 weeks of lag. Okay, that's 1 month and a half. Okay, naglag tayo dito sa level na to. Okay, which is nung pagpasok biglang nagkaroon ng horse momentum or banana. Okay, banana chart. Okay, another 1, 2, 3, 4 months of bull run. Okay, where the real altcoin season happened, tapos biglang bumagsak doon sa pang-apat na buwan. Okay, so is that coincidence? No, I don't think so. Okay, kasi numbers to eh. Okay, we cannot just like say this is coincidence. There are numbers. Sinasabi to ng numbers. Ngayon sa 4 weeks, nakikita natin na parang, yan, dali ng buhay. No, it's not. Okay, sa one day, wasak ka dito. Okay, this is the slow death na tinatawag. Kasi dyan din ako nabuhay. Okay, dyan ako pumasok at dyan ako nagsisi. Okay, dito tayo pumasok. Sabi ko, ito na yung best opportunity. Tama naman. Pero hindi ako malis. Kasi short-lived. Ito yung sinasabi natin, iayon mo yung capital mo sa inaasam mong kita. Okay, so dito, nag-iisip na ako ng Lamborghini, nag-iisip na ako mga pang mabababaw na mindset. Okay? So, dito nag-iisip na makabili na ang bahay, re-retire kay nanay ko, ganyan mga ganun katangahan. Okay? So, hindi ako nakapag-TP tuloy. Okay? So, something happened. Okay? So, now, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay, something happened with the halving. Okay? Lalak natin to para hindi magalaw. Okay. So, something happened with the halving. There's a halving here. Okay? Something happened here. Okay? Nakikita nyo, this is not a pattern that you wanna see pag nasa pump market tayo. And we never usually get stopped by one Fibonacci. Okay? Or dito sa previous cycle na to, we should not be stopped there. Dapat nasa ibabaw tayo, just dito tayo maglaro. Okay? Pero the confidence is, pag umangat tayo dyan, dediretso na siya talaga. Okay? Kasi may excite yung mga tao to reach the 100k. Yun ngayon nangyari dito. Na-reach natin 100k pero sinupalpal tayo pabalik ng 70k. Okay? So, ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo guys. Okay, you have to be aware, and I don't want you, if you're young right now, this is the time for you to be brave. Okay? Kasi by 2030, this is going to be super impossible to make money already in cryptocurrency. Okay, if right now it's a little bit impossible already due to a lot of supply of different tokens, altcoins coming in and out. Okay, please do like and share, subscribe. 31 yung viewers natin pero 7 lang yung likers. Okay, so ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay, ulitin ko lang. Okay, kasi nawawala ako doon sa train of thought ko. Wala akong script eh. Kung may nagbago dito guys, mas malaki yung chance natin na nasa liquidity cycle tayo. Kasi malinaw sinabi dito, 'di ba? A mechanism when central banks inject liquidity, quantitative easing and fiscal expansion, this money flows into various risk assets. We're not talking about just Bitcoin. We're talking about risk assets, okay, in general. Okay, let's not be stupid, okay? Para ilak niyo yung utak niyo doon sa idea lang na, this is just talking about Bitcoin. Okay? And hindi yan totoo. Ngayon pa lang yan. It's just like a haka-haka. Kasi ngayon pa lang natin nakikita. No, this is risk assets, including stocks, realty estates. Back in 1930, it happened. Okay, Bitcoin, gold, it happened in 1932. Okay, quantitative tightening or rising interest rates pull liquidity out of the market. Okay, this is very sad. Okay, why? It's because even the renowned influencers in the Philippines who are really should be admired for their fundamental takes and sentimental takes are now also talking about 4-year cycle without going back to micro and macro economics. These are basics, guys. Okay, we saw that yung mga taong na nagpi-play ngayon sa market, okay, are not stupid players already back in 2017 or 2021 that are just here to make money. This is about building wealth. Okay? And that what differs you. Okay? Yan yung naghihiwalay sa'yo from your abundance. Okay? Not being able to understand what can money do for you instead of what you can do with your money. Diba? So, if you understand that thought, you will be able to agree with me. Okay, na itong market na to, hindi para sa'yo. Kung yun lang yung mind mo. Okay, gusto ko lang kumita. No? Happy Thanksgiving kay Overflow. Okay. If ipaglalaban mo yun, Okay, kung ipaglalaban mo yan, there's many things that you need to really have to work out. Okay, kailangan mo mag-workout ng sobra-sobra. Okay, basahin natin to ha. Sabi ko sa kanya, kasi mahaba to guys. Okay, mahaba na tong pinram ko dito. Okay, mahaba yan. Okay, ayoko i-reveal sa inyo kasi malalaman nyo kung paano ako mag-isip. So, when I use AI, hindi ako yung parang i-generate mo ako ng ganito sasabihin ko sa mga followers ko. No, I'm not like that. I always like brainstorm with it. Okay? Pag wala kayong mind, hindi ka matutulungan ni AI. Imo-multiply niya lang yung meron ka. Tandaan niyo yan. A power only amplifies. It multiplies. It makes you abundant. Okay? Kung utak grade 1 ka pa din at pagpipilitan mo na hindi, ito, makulit ka, matigas ulo mo, ayaw mo mag-aral, yun lang. Hanggang grade 1 lang din ibibigay sa'yo ni AI. Pansinin niyo yan guys, pansinin niyo. Hindi ang elitista nagagawa ng AI model, sabi natin LLM. Okay, language model. Okay? Hindi yan gagawa ng para magising ka sa pagiging daga mo. Okay? And I will not tell you also na walang mayaman na gumagamit ng AI. Hindi. Malimit sila gumagamit ng AI. Bakit? Namumultiply sila. Namumultiply yung mindset nila. Namumultiply yung meron sila. So, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. So, sabi ko, well, what if, 2023, 2026 is a liquidity cycle. Bakit ko naisip to? It's because gold happened. Realty World War, happened. Okay? S&P happened. Okay? Gold to fiat, 1970s happened. Energy crisis happened. Oil crisis happened. But when those crisis happened at pumasok yung mga institutions, okay, so same thing for Bitcoin when the crisis happened in 2020 and 2022, okay, banking capitulation, bad actors in the market, they went in. BlackRock went in at 20k. Okay? Nag-leverage trade ng sobra ang MicroStrategies. Diba? So, dito ko naisip na, ba't di ko kaya itanong sa kanya na kung paano ko yung 2023 and 2026 is liquidity cycle? Hindi na siya pasok sa 4-year cycle. And I'm not saying that somewhere in 2027 is not going to drop or plummet to new lows. Okay? What I'm saying is 2026 could be liquidity cycle. And what happens if it's liquidity cycle? Okay, could it extend to Q1 of 2027? Okay? Kasi ang iniisip ko pa din, medyo nasa 4-year cycle ako eh. Iniisip ko na paano ko hanggang Q1 lang ng 2026 yung magiging pump. Okay? Na it's just gonna be short-lived. I really don't think so. Babagal yung magiging sideways natin dito. Pwede tayo umabot ng Q1, baka nasa under 120 pa rin tayo. Okay? Hindi ko sasabihin na parang sure na sure ako. Okay? It will be a slow pump to the point na lagi ka mag-iisip kung aangat ba, bababa. You know why? It's because the leverage narrative, okay, is still strong. Okay? It's not yet all-time high or it's not even bubbling. Okay? Parang hindi ko nakikita na lumalapit na siya doon sa times ng babagsak siya. You know why? It's because they want to double their down on this market. Okay, when I say they want to double down on this market is they want to leverage and also they want to buy the asset. Okay, this is a usual play in the institutions. Okay, kasi marami silang life to play. Okay, marami silang pera. Okay, ma-liquidate sila, may pera ulit sila. Okay, and they can sell their position as well. Okay, so when I say sell their position, sabihin natin, naiipit na sila, maliliquidate na sila, they can just have someone to cover the losses. Then, sabihin natin, JP Morgan, same thing happened in 2008, they want to be acquired. Okay, their position needs to be acquired by someone, and someone did. Okay, they keep on longing. Okay, and they held the position too long, even the market is already crashing, they almost got liquidated and they almost, okay? Same with, ano pa ba? Yung GME. Maraming banking din at mga institutions ang nagtatry na mag-short ng mga penny stocks like GME. Or GME, not GME. GME. Okay, GameStop. Okay? So, what happened? Okay? So, dito, mag-upgrading kayo sa akin na nasa liquidity cycle tayo. Pansinin nyo to. Maraming mga ETF na naglalabasan ngayon. Okay? ETF approvals, even HBAR, na may pinakamababang ETF outflow. Bakit? Kasi ang daming pera sa sa HBAR. They want to get a slice of that liquidity. Bitcoin. They approve it so that they can dry the liquidity slowly. But it's not going somewhere. Why? Kasi ang daming nai-invite ng Bitcoin eh. Nevertheless, kahit walang marketing. Okay? It's a hedge from recession. It can be used as hedge for recession. And many analysts already agreed to this. Right? Ethereum is also that. Dogecoin, na shitcoin, pero may ETF. Bakit? No one even uses its blockchain. Bakit? Dogecoin ha, not Doge token, coin, okay? Ano ibig sabihin nun? May sarili siyang blockchain pero no one uses it. Pero bakit parang mas mauuna pa to sa mga totoong assets na katulad ng Link? Katulad ng Axelar? Katulad ng mga foundation companies like structure companies sa crypto tulad ng Atom. Diba? XLM for the people, XRP for the institutions, banking, CBDC. Bakit? Because there's liquidity. Okay? The goal is to inflate the liquidity. Okay? Without imploding the whole market. And how? I already talked about this 2 months ago and 1 month ago. Is to have a copy. Kinausap ko si Tito Vlogs sa comments. Sabi ko, do not worry about the debt. No one cares about the debt anymore. That's not gonna happen again. Okay? COVID-19 is not gonna happen again. At least 10 years from now, it's not gonna happen yet again. Okay? In a banner chart cycle, pag nandun tayo sa parang something that is about to happen or a capitulating event in the world or global event, okay, walang naulit ni isa sa mga yun. Okay, it always has to be something that you are not prepared. Yun din yung sabi. Okay? So, ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay? Sabi dito, liquidity, yan, diba sinabi ko yan, okay, blah, blah, blah. So, extend reframing, this is actually a more nuance. Kasi, pinagpipilitan ko yung 4-year cycle kanina dito sa chat natin na to kay with Perplexity. So, by the way, mas gusto ko Perplexity kaysa kay ChatGPT. Okay, pero number 1 pa rin sa akin Grok. Kaso, sadyang ayaw ko lang ngayon gamitin yung Grok kasi parang napaka-generic ng mga sagot eh. Hindi ko siya ma-unlock. Kumbaga ito, ang bilis ko ma-unlock eh. So ayan, let me analyze the liquidity cycle hypothesis. So liquidity cycle theory 23-26. Okay, Q1 2027. Okay, how liquidity cycle differs from boom and bust cycle. Okay, so dito, abundant capital flowing, rising asset price across multiple classes. Okay, hindi lang sa cryptocurrency, risk on. Okay, expansion phase that can sustain longer and typical cycles. Okay? Then, the exit happens gradually, which is yun din yung nangyari sa iba't ibang assets. Okay? So, it will be a super painful cycle. Okay? For everyone. So, let's look at the time base. Okay? So, 23, Bitcoin bottom. Okay? Pasok siya sa banner cycle natin or sa banner cycle chart. Okay? And doon sa tinasabi ko sa inyo na sunspot, okay? Or astrology na tinatawag. Nag-usapan natin to 3 lives ago or 2 lives ago. Sabi dito, Bitcoin bottom institution re-entry again begins ETF approval. Okay, then 2023 and 2025, strong capital inflows into crypto, traditional equities, and emerging tech sectors. Okay, then, which is totoo to, nangyayari na siya. Okay, then number 2026 year. Okay, traditional banking system faces pressure. Okay, hindi ibig sabihin nito walang crash na mangyayari. Okay, pag nagalit ang banking, okay, it can crash the whole market temporarily. Okay, pero it's not gonna be for long. Okay, but liquidity doesn't evaporate. Okay, so dito na yung sinasabi ni Donald Trump na you don't want the bank to fade away. Okay, they need to be transitioned. Kailangan nilang maging katulong sa mangyayaring to. Hindi sila pwedeng sasabihin lang natin na hindi, decentralized na, tapos kalimutan na natin sila. No, even though we can already peer-to-peer, we don't care about the banks anymore. Okay, they're so hungry about like even katiting na lang ng porsyento gagawin nila. Dati umaabot ng 16%, 15%, 'di ba? Yung mga interest, etc. Tapos escrow, etc. Ang laki talaga. Okay, 10% escrow, etc. Ngayon hindi. Pumapatas na sila ng 3%, pumapatas na sila ng 2%. They are leveling against with the digital banks already, like SoFi, PayPal, 'di ba? They're leveling on those already. Okay, so next, okay? That's my analysis, okay? Ito, hindi yung theory, okay? Yun yung nangyayari. Pansinin nyo maigi, okay? Even yung sa mga utang, guys, okay? Pinag-usapan ko na to. Okay, whatever money that you have in your account and whatever you make money, okay, from doing your job, okay? Sabi natin, waiter ka, kumikita ka, okay? They have a copy of that in crypto for free. Okay? Ano yung tawag dyan is yung debt copy. Kaya hindi ako amazed or hindi ako dapat natatakot. Either way, lalo na yung sinasabi ni Tito Vlogs na this is like the almost all-time high since 2008, debt ceiling, etc. Blah, blah, blah. We don't care about that anymore. Here in the US, if you're here in the US, we don't care about that anymore. Okay? What we need to care about is make sure that US dollar is still in dominance. That's it. Okay? Now, it will give way, but we need to make sure how we will be able to transition in the digital space without being a communist. Okay? Yan yung problema eh. Okay? It needs to be not socialist. Okay? We cannot be socialist mindset na parang CBDC, like China way. Okay, hindi ko sinasabing pangit yung ginagawa ng China or whatever. It's just that it doesn't fit my dream. Okay, like if you're in America, I don't see myself like having a social score, no? I really don't wanna see myself there na nagkamali lang ako ng tawidan. I will have a negative $10 or I have to pay fines automatically. Diba? Masakit na nga yung credit score eh. Diba? Na judge ka na sa credit score. Pero, diba? Magkaroon pa yung social score. Like, that sucks. Okay? So, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay, liquidity cycle could extend if digital assets continue to attract, okay, capital fleeing traditional finance. Okay? Paano kung yung insurance nyo or the insurance companies, ang laking business nun? Okay? Paano kung they want to back up their claims na meron talaga silang billions of dollars in their bank and they want to have a copy of that in the cryptocurrency? That's gonna implode the stablecoin. Isip nyo yun? Ano kaya mangyayari? Pag ang dami ng stablecoin, ano gagawin natin doon? Magpo-produce lang yan ng maraming APR, APY. Ano gagawin natin doon? Siyempre, yung tinatawag na de-risk na tinatawag, DR na tinatawag. De-risk. Saan mo ilalagay yun? Siyempre, ilalagay mo sa Bitcoin, sa Ethereum, na mag-yield din. Di ba? Magbibigay pa rin ng APR, APY. And that's been happening, okay? Which is this one. Look at this, okay? We gave 100,000 to Grok4 ChatGPT 5 to allocate into best DeFi yields in real time. Okay, ang nananalo si Grok 4.1. Ano kaya yung ginawa ni Grok 4.1 para magkaroon ng 11.33%? Okay? Isipin mo kung bangko to, di ba? Kung binaitan lang ng mga bangko at hindi sila kupal sa atin, kaya nila magbigay ng 9%, 10%, 11% AP tama. Yield. Okay? Balik sa atin. APY. Di ba? Ano? That's crazy. Di ba? Baka lahat na maglagay na dito. Isipin niyo yan, ha? Pag lumobo yung liquidity natin, sa stablecoin lang to. We're talking about stablecoin. Walang bibili ng Bitcoin, etc. Okay? Walang crash na mangyayari sa market. Maniwala kayo sa akin. Yung sinasabi nyo 40K, yung sinasabi nyo 10K, that's ridiculousness, guys. Okay? Anong gusto nyo? Buburahin natin to? Not even in history of Bitcoin happened na binura natin yan, yung level na to, kahit nabura na siya before. Ano yung gusto nyo ibalik dito? Never happened before. Look at this. We only went down to 1.618. Okay, and everyone's still calling for what? How much? $300. Tsaka daw sila bibili ng Bitcoin. O, yung mga siraulo, hindi nakasakay. Okay? Totoo lang tayo, guys, ha? Okay, isipin mo to, $3,000, 3,300, boom. Lumipad ng 12,000. Okay, next. Hindi tayo bumagsak ng 618. Okay. Ito, ha? Mahilig kayo sa patterns, di ba? Mahilig kayo sa 4-year cycle. Ito, pakinggan nyo to. Hindi siya bumagsak dito. Okay? Hindi siya bumagsak sa level na to. Pero, nung mga nandito, gusto nila bumalik sa $60, $30, $20. Hinahanap nila tong level na to kasi may fair value gap, MME, etc. Okay? Pwede nyo i-search yan sa AI. Idadali niya kayo dun sa moment noong 2015. Sabihin nyo lang sa kanya anong kailangan nyo. Sabihin mo sa Perplexity, sa AI, sa Grok, sa ChatGPT, may libre kayong prompt doon ng libre. Mga 10 prompts ata or 6 prompts. Make it wise. Use it wisely. Lagay nyo doon, sabihin nyo, dalhin mo ako sa year ng 2015, ano yung pakiramdam ng mga tao? Ano yung mga comments sila sa Friendster, sa Facebook, sa mga forum, sa 4chan, sa Reddit during that time about Bitcoin, and what is their target price when the market was plummeting down to $180. Were they asking about 50? Were they asking about 20? Then they got forefronted by VC capitals. Okay? Ngayon, ito mga sinasabi ko, guys, it's not coming from AI, guys. Okay? I've been here since 2017. I saw myself dying multiple times in this market. I'm still here. Okay, tapos sasabihin mo sa akin, kailan ka ba naging tama? Okay? 1,000 nga, napa 30,000 natin in Yahuwah's name. Okay? Okay? In Father Almighty's name. Break my pride. But I'm just telling you guys, it is true. We made it. We did it. We have records about it. And numbers cannot lie. Okay? So, ngayon kayo magda-doubt. Ngayon pa kayo magda-doubt. Okay? Nabibiyakin nyo yung 618. Never in history. Kung yung 4-year cycle nyo hindi pa nabiyak, okay. Never in history na mabibiyak ka 618. Tapos hindi kayo bibili dito. You are already within that range. Okay? Meron kayong previous structures here that proves and supports that claim. Never in history. Bottom is in when I bought in 81,900. Yun yung sinabi ko sa inyo. You don't wanna believe me. Now na nasa 88 na siya, na nag-89 tayo, you still don't wanna believe me. Sasabihin mo pa rin sa akin, kailan ka ba naging tama? Kahit sinabi ko lang naman sa thumbnail natin, ano sabi ko? Mali yata tayo. Because everyone is still pushing about the idea of 4-year cycle. Okay? So, pakinggan nyo to, guys. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay? Unbiased, unbiased to, guys. Okay? The money printing of central banks have created a monster in the financial market. Extreme overvaluation. A massive bubble. Okay? When there is bubble, like I said, there needs to be an exit liquidity. Okay? The market, okay, the retail is still in fear. Okay? It means they cannot exit. Okay? There was no euphoria in the market. Euphoria is the main criteria for exit. Okay, there was no euphoria. Okay, this has correctly identified recession. All okay, 1950s before the Great Financial Crisis rolled over 2006, 2008. Titanic has hit the iceberg and there is no going back. Okay, blah blah blah, blah blah, etc. DXY, etc. etc. So this is talk about the liquidity. Okay, ano ibig sabihin? Liquidity always predicts the health of the economy. Okay? So kung yung marketing tingin nyo, yun yung magpapapump sa isang market, ito yung makakapagsabi kung buhay pa yung economy. As long as there's liquidity, there is flowing, there's cash flow, there's money flowing into the market, then the market is still alive. That's how easy it is. Okay? Then we're still moving in numbers, reactive numbers. Then the market is alive. But the question is, did we hit the overheating market? Okay? We never did. We never had. Okay? And in Benner chart cycle. Okay? Search natin. Benner. Wait. Oh, shoot. Benner cycle. Okay, in Benner cycle. Okay, when will be the capitulating years? Okay? Sabi sa Benner, okay, let's be factual, walang halong chismis. 1999, 2019 and 2035. Okay. So it means the bubble, ano sa ba 'yon? The bubble, recession, okay, 2009 boom bag. 2020 boom bag. Okay. So is it going to be short-lived? Yun yung tanong. Ano ba yung 1981, 1999? So, tingnan natin. 1989. Okay, recession levels. Okay, wala pa tayo dun sa potential. It's nearing. Yun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Bubbling is present. It's there. But it's not yet gonna pop. Before it pops, it needs to inflate. Hindi mo kaya sa lobo, okay? Pag medyo mo lang hinipan yung lobo, okay? Yung elasticity level ng lobo, okay? Kahit hampasin mo yan, hindi yan puputok. Okay? It needs to be to the point where there is no room already for the air, okay? Or the pressure is too much para pag hinampas mo, puputok. Wala pa tayo doon, guys. The exit liquidity is not yet there. Okay, for the bubble to burst. Okay? And the main criteria for this to happen is we need to have double crosses here or a major arcing level. Nag-arc katulad nito, nag-arc ng todo. Boom. Ito double crosses, boom. Ito major arc, boom. Major double crosses, actually triple cross, boom. Okay? So now, ito na, sinasabi natin, rounding bottom. So, it means nagsisimula pa lang yung liquidity transfer. Ito yung the Great Wealth Transfer. Tapos sasabihin mo sa akin, 4-year cycle. Oh no, guys, you don't know about liquidity. You will be shocked how much money in the market is. And you will be shocked how much money return can 6.9 trillion money can return to the feds and use that to de-risk and pay the debt of United States. Okay, which it is being done. Okay, so let's watch this. Okay, let's watch this. Panoorin natin to.
Exchange, that would take you 6 weeks to 12 weeks. Mm-hmm. Then you would have to wire them the money. Then you would have to buy it. It was very difficult. And even if you did it, let's say that you actually had money that was free and clear and you set up a crypto relationship. So you put all your money into that, but you can't borrow against it. Mm-hmm. Right? And so we became
virtually illiquid.
We were an institutional on-ramp for people.
Right.
right? You can borrow against MSTR, you can buy MSTR, you can direct your retirement funds into MSTR. You can, by the way,
You
there's
didn't
no
have this
IBIT.
story though. In 2020, you didn't know this would happen, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah. Right.
I learned it.
Yeah.
It was a fortunate happenstance, a serendipitous development, right? I didn't know all those things. All I knew was we're going to die unless we fought.
Right.
And so your back is against the wall, and you decide, I'm not going to roll over and die. I'm going to fight. What came out later was we became the largest issuer of convertible bonds in the world, and we had the most valuable convertible bonds because they're backed by Bitcoin. And so that was a lucky find. That was worth $10 billion to us. And then it turns out there was no ETF. IBIT didn't exist until 2024. Any Bitcoin-backed ETFs didn't exist. So for 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, there were no ETFs. And so we were the equity on-ramp for people. And that was another fortunate happenstance. Then it turns out that all the derivatives.
Okay. Gets nyo? Okay, so unmask natin to ha. Okay, let's read between the lines. Okay, so kung hindi siya nagbili ng Bitcoin, okay, which is a highly speculative asset during 2020 for companies, okay, not for retail, for companies and mga asset managers, sabihin natin. That's gonna be, sabihin natin para sa mga matatanda. Tapos naka-stake ako sa MSTR. Sabihin natin, nandun yung pera ko, pinapa-asset manage ko. Kunyari lang kunyari asset manage sila. Matatakot ako na bumibili sila ng maraming Bitcoin, guys. Okay, that's very clear. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, it's this is something that you need to learn from these companies na lagi nauuna. Okay, is during that time, kahit dalhin ko kayo doon sa time na yon, kung nagdududa ka ngayon, dalhin kita sa time na yon, magdududa ka pa din. Why? It's because COVID-19, nag-crash yung todo, yung Bitcoin. Nandun sila sa moment na yon. Hindi sila nagduda. It's either they fix along the way. Okay? At yung kumbaga, gawin na natin ngayon, kung magkaroon ng problema, ayusin natin along the way. Okay? Kasi we have to be the first ones, and they were the first ones. Okay? If you do not agree with me, okay, they are the first ones to really have that specifics na sinasabi niya kanina, first issuer, biggest bond issuer, blah blah blah, MMM. So now, ngayon pa lang ginagawa yun nila IBIT, nila Vanguard, ngayon pa lang nila ginagawa yan. Okay? Kaya hindi ako na amazed sa sinasabi ni Tito Vlogs na dapat yung debt ceiling natin is like 2008, etc. I have nothing against with Tito Vlogs and the other renowned influencers in the Philippines. They're just being too safe. Okay? They still aim to be correct. Okay? Yung problema sa Philippines. Yung mga influencers sa Pilipinas, takot sila magkamali. Bakit? Tingin nila na ang attention is derived from, okay, not making a mistake. Okay? Na going along with the herd. Okay? And everyone is like talking about 4-year cycle. Everyone is saying like market is already going down, etc. Nevertheless, okay? Kung tama man yun, etc. Diba? For what? For what reason? Okay, for what reason for us to like really just keep on saying, okay, if we're not gonna trade it, I don't think it's very kumbaga paano ba sabihin to? Hindi na relevant pag-usapan yun kasi kung ang target ng mundo natin ngayon is to like really pay the debt using cryptocurrency. Diba? Nag-gets nyo? Kung magkaroon tayo ng US bonds version sa digital, which is USDC, USDT, diba? You have to really think about it. Intact ba talaga yung 4-year cycle? Doon pa lang eh. Hindi na talaga. Ito, panoorin nyo to.
want to keep your money.
Two more questions.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Last two.
Okay. Where do you have to liquidate? Where do you have to liquidate any MSTR?
I don't think we're liquidating. Look, we have $8 billion of debt, and we have 65 to 70 billion dollars.
$57 billion of equity today.
Yeah. So in terms of Bitcoin would have to fall 90%
From here.
for us to be sort of collateralized, to be one-on-one, at which point we probably would dilute the equity, and so it would be bad for
You
the
would
equity.
dilute the equity because you would just issue more
We'd
shares.
have to sell more equity. We're not going
got
to,
it.
but the
Yeah.
point is we're never going to liquidate.
Got it. Okay.
The equity is going to be a loser.
Yeah.
If Bitcoin fell to zero tomorrow forever,
Yeah.
then the bonds won't come. The bonds will default.
Yeah.
Right? But in
Okay. Nagets niya? Kung sabi nila, parang ganito lang yan, in other words, kung matalo ang US dollar, talo din sila. Kung matalo sila, okay? Kung matalo ang Bitcoin, talo na rin ang US. Ganun kadali. Kasi they have already dipped yung kalahati ng katawan nila sa cryptocurrency in Bitcoin. Okay? And isipin nyo na lang din to. For federal government to hold the Bitcoin that was seized and not convert it into to pay the debt, okay, or to pay sanctions, or sabihin natin to catch more criminals, di ba, who is against US dollar. Nagets nyo? Ba't di nila gawin? Because there's an intrinsic value during that time when they were able to seize it back in 2013, kept holding it in 2015. Why Grayscale did not, okay, sold it until 2018? Because there is intrinsic value. There is value. And now, it's manifesting. It has already manifested. Okay, because hypothetically pa rin naman no? Wala pa naman tayong numbers talaga to say to really support this. Okay? But I'm telling you, I am just telling you guys, what are the chances? Ano yung chances na malaking chunk ng US bonds is already digitalized? Okay? Ilang trillions na kaya yung talagang pagmamayari ng US? At ilan na yung nabayarang debt, yung utang, using cryptocurrency? Okay? Okay, so ito, next. Diba? Strategy Bitcoin, back credit, okay? Isipin niyo yan. Lupit din to eh. Okay? So, weekly volume hits a new all-time high. This is in November 24. Grabe to. Okay, para sabihin natin na babagsak pa. Babagsak ang MicroStrategies? I really don't think so. They will not be liquidating. They will not be liquidated. I think you have to really bring down BTC to $1,000 to really liquidate them. Okay? Especially with how much they have in equity. Okay? And para talaga mabayaran yung magiging liquidation nila, US has to declare default. Yun yung sabi, di ba? Diba? They will have to declare default. The US dollar will be declared default. Diba? So, you get nyo? It's crazy. Tapos ito pa. Ito proof ko, guys. Bumili ako ng ABBTC. Okay, sa ano ta ha? Sa stocks. Okay, let's talk about stocks. Okay? Itong ABBTC nung nirelease to, $10,000 to per stock. Ngayon, bumagsak siya $3, $2, $4, tas ngayon nasa $4.48. Okay? So why are we talking about this? Okay, it's because, guys, this is the pick and shovel ng lanas na ba yan? ABBTC ito. This is the pick and shovel ng crypto ng US. Okay, inacquire na to ng mga Trumps, ng WLFI, etc. Okay? Hindi siya like, okay, by paper, sa amin na to, kami na may-ari. No, especially, sabihin natin, kung sila yung nakaupo, etc. Malaki yung chances na it is under their control. Okay? Tapos, something happened in April to pump this to 5. Okay, almost 500x. 500, tama. 15x. Okay? Sipin mo. 50, wow, grabe. Okay, out of nowhere, boom. Okay? When they listed it to Nasdaq. Okay, at ang nag-open ng Nasdaq nila is ang nag-doorbell or nagkalembang nung basta kung ano man tawag nila doon. Yung nagkalembang nung ano nila is si Trump. Okay, yung mga Trumps. May nandun din si Donald Trump ata ng pati si Melania. Anyways, okay. It's a mining company. Okay, tingnan nyo.
Bitcoin. Hey friends, Eric Trump. Welcome to American Bitcoin. It's a little sneak peek of our facility in
Mamain
Texas
sila.
using American energy to mine Bitcoin right here on American soil. We could not be more proud of this facility. 35,000 of these servers right here, all liquid cooled, securing the network, mining
Wow.
Bitcoin. Every single day we mine about 2% of the world's Bitcoin supply, and we safeguard it.
Wait,
Every single day
ulit.
we mine about 2%, securing the network,
Ano sabi niya?
mining Bitcoin. Every single day we mine about 2% of the world's Bitcoin. Single day we mine about 2% of the world's Bitcoin supply.
2%. 2% of Bitcoin supply. I don't know how true is that. Wala tayong makita. Okay, most efficient Bitcoin mining operation takes roughly 155 kilowatts to mine 1 Bitcoin. By way of comparison, the average of US household consumes 900 kilowatts per month. Okay, pure criminal how we are wasting country's energy. Hindi natin alam kung what power is this, no? So, hindi din natin alam kung totoo yan. Okay, let's, Bitcoin is a scam, says all the stock market bros. Gonna show them, can tell them, late lesson learned are almost, yan. So, I mean, isipin nyo, para gumastos tayo ng billions of money para dito. Okay, for a stock to plummet to 10,000 pabalik ng $1, $2, $3. Ngayon, nasa $5. Diba? This is crazy. Okay, since 2019 pa to. Okay, and we've been mining the Bitcoin. Okay? Weird.
And we safeguard it every single day. So when people say that cryptocurrency is intangible, it's not. It's very tangible. And this right here, guys, is living proof. Take a look at the company. Come join us. We could not be more excited about our growth. I truly believe that we're building one of the great crypto companies anywhere on Earth.
Diba? Come on guys, gising kayo. Ito, isa pa. Libreng narrative ko na to sa inyo ha. Okay, Polymarket. Okay? Tagal na nito gustong maging cryptocurrency. Pero yeah, they are already approved, no? So, CFTC approved Bitcoin and crypto prediction marketplace Polymarket to operate in the US. Isipin nyo yun? Wow. This is amazing, guys. This is big. This is massive. You know why? Tugalero kayo eh. May ligang mga sa leverage, diba? O yan, Polymarket. Wala nang isip-isip. Walang charting. Sa laksak, balagbag na lang to. Lalapag nyo na lang yung trade nyo. Yung ba gusto nyo? Yan. One way to dry your liquidity. They put so much effort to really dry your liquidity. No? Lupit talaga. Amazing. Super amazing. I don't know if you're not amazed. Tapos sabihin nyo, 4-year cycle. Come on. There's bigger picture in the 4-year cycle. Look at this. This is bigger picture. We're talking about liquidity flowing into cryptocurrency and you just don't see it. Why? It's because it's not in Bitcoin, it's not in altcoins. Tatalo kayo. Kaya, mas mabilis na tanggapin nyo na lang pagkatalo nyo. Diba? Tama nga naman. Okay, tanggapin nyo na lang pagkatalo nyo tapos tulog nyo na lang. Diba? Yun ang pinakamadaling gawin sa buhay. Okay? Sorry to say, but I'm just like saying, I'm just telling you guys. Okay, we were able to predict again the bottom right now. Okay, we can say that this is the bottom already for now. Okay, we're still in. Okay, profit from 81,900. Okay, maaga-aga nga lang yung naging close natin. But I already bought this. Okay, may prof tayo dyan. Okay, baka sabihin naman, kailan ka ba naging tama? Ito yung tama natin. Okay, another tama tayo dito, tama dito. Mali lang tayo is nag-buy in tayo sa 103. Dito tayo nagsimulang maging mali. Okay? Yan. And it's fine. And I already repented for that. And that's my deal with God. Nagkamali ako. I got so boastful. I got so over my head. Okay, and I forgot to worship Him. It's okay. It's fine. Okay, that's not for me and you, but that's me and God to talk about. Okay, and I want to also express to you guys. Okay, this one. Tingnan nyo to. Ay, wala na pala. Ito, this one. Okay. So, okay, in 2027, 2028, tsaka nag-crash yung market. Okay, 2016, noong 2017, nag-pump yung market. Okay? Why? It's because we have an overhead here. So, ibig sabihin, there could be probably at the middle of this, there is a pump, tapos tsaka tayo hihina. Then, something in 2020, diba 2019, it's warning you something is about to happen. Either 2019 or 2020, it's going to crash. And the best buying opportunity is 2023. Okay? Exactly, 2023, pagtabak ng January, we bottomed out for Bitcoin. Okay, same thing for S&P and even gold. Okay, and assets like Nvidia, Palantir, diba? This was an early pump for those assets that will be outperforming so much in 2026. Okay, so doon si Bitcoin, diba? 2026, okay. What are the chances by 2027 we could extend? Okay, that probably 2025, okay, fine. Okay, we're experiencing a shake-off in the market. What if the whole 2026 is going to be liquidity cycle? Okay, we're just like grabbing more liquidity. Okay, just to finish it with you guys, okay. Ngayon, sinabi ko sa kanya, okay, so we can attach this to the liquidity cycle instead of 4-year cycle that many people think. Okay, sabi ko yan ha, ito yung sabi ko sa kanya. Okay, that this market, okay, does not bow down to things that were used to be back then before the bankers and institutions came 2020-23. Okay, 2020 to 2023. Thus, global liquidity, okay, cycle sets in just like when other big assets like S&P and gold back in the day when they were infiltrated and hijacked by they were filled with so much liquidity in order to control it, correct? Okay. Yes, absolutely correct. Okay. For the first time, nag-agree siya sa akin. Puro hypothetically, blah, 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 blah. Okay, na-crack down ko yung totoong question. Yung totoong hypothesis na talagang makakapag-push sa AI na to agree doon sa facts na naiisip ko. So, yung fact dito is when gold, S&P, and other, okay, oil, etc., for them to be hijacked, it needs to have a massive capitulation just like Bitcoin. Ayan. So, ngayon, we need to confirm, did Bitcoin had that capitulation para magkaroon ng chance ang institutions to come in? Okay. Why traditional 4-year cycle broke down post-2024? Okay? Before institution infiltration, market were organic. That's true. Okay? Tsaka ako mag-agree sa inyo, 4-year cycle is still on. Pero hindi na eh. 2023 set in, something happened. Okay? And the proof is the what? The cycle reset and also the 2024 halving effect. Nagbago na. Doon pa lang dapat tanggapin yun Wala na tayo doon. Nevertheless, we crashed down from here. It's still liquidity cycle. Okay? It's still going to target to acquire more Bitcoin. The more that the retail is still, or the whales, the retail, the first ones, okay, get scared to sell their own Bitcoin. Okay? So, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay? After 2022-2023, sabi dito, the bankers and institutions realized they couldn't stop crypto. Di yun sa akin galing. Okay, AI na to. Guys, AI na nagsasabi nito, ha? AI na nagsasabi nito. So, they joined it. This fundamentally changed market mechanics. Okay? Ano maglilid sa AI para sabihin to? Is because hinahagod niya yung sa oil, hinahagod niya yung sa fiat, hinahagod niya yung doon sa world war, hinahagod niya yung doon sa war betting, hinahagod niya yung doon sa seizing of gold, di ba? All of those. Right? So, Bitcoin didn't follow the crash in 2024-2025. Wala tayong crash. Dapat nga doon nag-crash na eh. Tulad nga sinabi ko sa inyo, dapat doon pa lang sa 2024, we should have crashed. Okay, dito pa lang nag-crash na din tayo dapat. Ito na yung last extent. Okay, dito pa lang, right, January, dapat dito crash na tayo. Okay, this is the end. Okay, kung totoo, gusto nyo totoo yung bilang na sinasabi nyo, kung 4-year cycle, okay, leniency, 800, pasok din to dun sa kaninang chinek natin. Pero hindi, di ba, pahaba ng pahaba. Bakit? May dumadagdag na liquidity to push the market to fully extend and to maximize the gains. Okay, so ito, instead, institution provide liquidity support. Okay, boom. Okay, S&P 500 remain inflated on the same liquidity. Okay, meron tayong pinagkukunan. Okay, may pinaguhugutan to. So both assets became controlled via liquidity injection, not organic price discovery. Okay, accept that, it's facts. Okay, now playbook they use on S&P and gold. Okay, so S&P post 2008, Federal Reserve flooded the market with QE liquidity. Boom. Okay, print, etc. Okay, stock market keep rising despite the weak fundamentals. Isn't that Bitcoin? Diba? Tunog Bitcoin yun, guys. Okay? Sabihin natin, palitan natin to. Bitcoin market kept rising despite the weak fundamentals. Okay? Ito na yun. Okay? Despite of the weak fundamentals, it held and now it's rising. Probably it can rise. Okay, it could be the white line, it could be the black line, or it could be right now, which is the worst case scenario, na bumalik tayo sa 63 or 69K. 63 to 63K. 69 to 63K rather. Okay? So, ito, isa pa. Gold post Bretton Woods. Okay, central banks infiltrated gold market. Okay, naglabas sila ng parang seize ng Bitcoin, ng gold. Bawal kayo magmay-ari ng ganito kadaming gold na lalagpas sa ganitong timbang, kundi kukunin sa inyo. Okay, so kaya malimit sa mga bahay dati, merong ilalim yung bahay nila, may hukay, okay, para maitago nila yung gold nila. Okay, so prevent it for free floating and destabilizing the system. Okay, now applying same control mechanism. Okay, CryptoPost 2023. Okay, institution realized that they need to participate and not fight it. Okay, sino to? BlackRock, diba? Okay, massive liquidity injection by a Bitcoin spot ETF. Okay, bakit naipagunahan si BlackRock? Because China is already there. Okay, walang gustong tumapat kay China. Okay, Binance is evidently against US during that time, especially when CZ was attacked. Okay, that's a declaration of war against China. Okay, then recently naging kakampi na ng Vietnam ang China ulit through digital assets. Di ba nagtataka? Okay, game. Next, massive liquidity injection by a Bitcoin spot ETF and bank partnership. Boom. Okay. Ito, isipin nyo. Okay. Regulatory legitimization, MiCA, Genius Act, Clarity Act. Alam nyo ba na ito, sinusulat na to before the 2024? Weird. Okay, so everything is just like a role play. Okay, we are in a matrix. Nakahanda na to, 2023-22 pa lang. Okay. It's weird. Tignan nyo yung facts. May yung author na to, pinag-uusapan na nila to. Wala pang pangalan pero pinag-uusapan na siya. Nagkapangalan na siya para gamitin ng mga Trumps. Isipin nyo yun. Parang naisip ko nga, baka ano sila, time traveler talaga sila. Okay, so create sanction liquidity channels. So ito pa, price now controlled by liquidity availability, not organic supply and demand. Isipin nyo, kada plummet natin, parang may slow pumping tayo na nangyayari. Someone is really buying it. Tapos, makikisabay sila sa sell para ma-push down yung market to create fear. Then, they will buy the real demand zone. Okay? So, control mechanism in action. Ganun din yung nangyari sa oil. Ganun yung nangyari sa, sa fiat system. Ganun yung nangyari doon sa naman natin, sa gold. Okay? So, ito na. When an asset is hijacked by institution by liquidity, okay, it can crash organically. Okay? Liquidity is, liquidity prop is up. Okay? Price movement look real but aren't. Okay? Yun yung nangyayari sa Bitcoin, di ba? Hindi na siya totoo. It's very impossible for this to happen. Yun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. It's very impossible that we have this long. Kung magka-crash to, dapat nag-crash na talaga siya. Kailangan niya na mag-crash. Okay? Pero hindi siya nagka-crash. Bakit kaya? Diba? Ang dami mo na dapat na ganun na tanong pero hindi nangyayari. Bakit kaya? Ano nangyayari? Okay? So, ito na. Price movement looks real but sinabi ko na. Cycle extends beyond traditional time frames. Okay? Duration depends on how long institutions wants to maintain the liquidity. Ito na yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. We are at the mercy of the institutions. Okay? Hindi na sa akin galing. Okay? Yung prediction ko na we are in the institution's mercy, mercy of institution, ito na. Okay? Nandito na. AI na nagsabi. Okay. The exit is orderly and controlled, unlike organic crashes. Okay? Institution exits are gradual. Tingin mo, gugustuhin ng ng institution na magkaroon ng ganitong crash kung nagmamanage sila ng asset. That's crazy, bro. Hindi papayag. Okay? We're almost done. Okay? Sabihin ko lang to sa inyo. Okay, next is, okay, explains why Bitcoin has remained elevated since 2023 despite. Okay? Predictions of crashes. Okay? Recessions. Geopolitical crisis. Okay? Then we have interest rate cycles. Okay? Answer. Okay? Institutional liquidity is supporting it. Okay? Regardless of traditional factors. Okay? So, Q1 2027 as liquidity cycle peak. Okay? How it is possible? It is, if this framework is correct, okay, since it happened in oil, it happened in S&P, nung pinasok nila yung S&P, grabe yun, no? Ang haba nung euphoria stage nila. Ang tagal, umabot ng 2 years. Okay, umabot ng 36 weeks na tinatawag. Meron din yung inabot siya ng kasama yung sideways 2.5 or 3 years. Okay, extended na siya. Sipin mo yun. Tapos ikaw, takot ka ngayon. Ano yun, hahabol ka pag nag-pump na. Grabe yun, guys. Okay. So, kung sa better cycle chart, okay, what is the best buying opportunity? Okay, I don't think that we should be waiting for 2032. Okay? If hindi pa nangyayari pa yung totoong pump talaga ng 2026, come on, dito ka na sumakay. Diba? Pag sobrang euphoria ng tao, yung parang Axie Infinity during that time, na lahat crypto pinag-uusapan, tapos may mga kinakasuhan na ulit sa Pilipinas patungkol sa crypto, etc. Tapos galit na galit ka, nakikisama ka na sa pakikipagbardalugan. Alam mo na. May ano na dito, may mali na. Kasi dati, ayaw mo maniwala. Ngayon, naniniwala ka na. Baliktad din natin. Okay? Hindi ko din naramdaman dito sa levels na to. Kaya hindi ako nag-TP. Okay? Maliban, sige, okay, give or take. Maliban dahil, kasi syempre, seryoso nakatingin ka sa MVRVZ, hindi naman talaga magka-overheat, etc. Or yung fuel, or sabihin natin yung 200 mAh, etc. Or sabihin natin yung mga on-chain data mo sa Bitbo, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Meron ka kasi dun. Nagbabayad ka kasi dun. Nagbabayad ka kasi sa mesari. Kaya, ikaw lang nakakaalam. Oo nga, ako nga nakakaalam. Pero hindi ibig sabihin ng pagising ko, titignan ko lang yan, tapos tutulog na ulit ako. Hindi ganun. Stress din ako sa crypto, Pero magkaiba lang tayo ng ginagawa. Pag stress ako, mas lalo akong nagbabasa. Pag overthink ako, nagbabasa ako para hindi kayo overthink. Diba? Hindi ako yung nakikisali ako sa sa debate. Nakikisali ako sa walang kakwenta-kwentang debate para masabing nasa bull or bear tayo. Hindi yun yung usapan. Nasang cycle tayo. Anong cycle to? Ayaw mo pa rin tanggapin? Pangmayaman cycle na to. Hindi na to para sa'yo, hindi na to para sa akin. Kaya hindi importante kung tama o mali ka. Hindi importante kung tama o mali ako. Ang importante, makakasama ka ba? Yung pa rin importante sa'yo. Ano to? 2021? COVID-19? Mindset ka pa din? Tapos ng quarantine. Importante pa rin sa'yo sinong tama, sino mali. When was the last time na naging tama ka, kumita ka ng pera? Sige nga. At nung na-prove mo na tama ka, nung nag-crash yung market, kumita ka? Hindi. Bakit? Action is not there. That's what differ you from me. Okay? But that's not out of hate. I want you to be awakened. Kumita ka din. Gusto ko kumita ka. Huwag mong tigasan yung ulo mo. Huwag mo akong kalabanin. Hindi ako kaaway mo dito. Nire-reveal ko sa'yo. Nagagalit kayo. O your cycle. O problema. Sasabihin ko lang naman yung totoo eh. Ito yung sinabi. AI na nagsabi. Okay? Everyday, totoo to. Okay, everyday kalaban ko sa sarili ko. Gigising ako. Dinadoubt ko yung sarili ko. Fret ko yung sarili ko. Pero buti may Bible. Okay na sabi, thou shall not fret. Okay? Do not overthink. Huwag mo questionin yung mga bagay-bagay. Has a purpose. Do not quit. Do not quit your na sa pain and fear ka, na nangyayari na to, etc. Come on. Okay? Tumataas yung endorphins mo, dapat naging masaya ka. Sumasakit yung wisdom tooth mo, huwag mo pabunot. Huwag mo pabunot yan. Niwala ka sa akin, tutuwid yan. Tiisin mo yung sakit. Tutuwid yan. Mag-toothbrush ka para hindi pasukan ng dumi. Kaya naman madudumi yan kasi pinabayaan mo eh. Yun din ang wallet. Huwag mong pabayaan. Tutuwid din yan. Alagaan mo lang, masakit ngayon. Alagaan mo lang, bantayan mo. Huwag mong papabunot. Okay? And the masters of this market is the institution. Okay? Isipin nyo ha. The masters of this market, since they are here, is the institution. They have more lives than us. Okay, tayo kailangan natin magtrabaho para lang makapag-trade ulit. So, do not outshine your master. Tanggapin mo na gamunggo lang yung utak mo dito kumpara sa meron sila. Daya nun, meron sila sariling language model, may sarili silang bot, may sarili silang resources. Meron sila pinagkukunan ng news before. Okay? Meron silang pinagkukunan ng alpha before lumabas sa news. Pwede sila magbayad ng news to scare you. Tapos ikaw, di ka magla-like or share, subscribe. Okay? Patapos na tayo. Yun ang sasabihin ko. Ko, kulang pa din yun para sa inyo. Nag-free farm na ako. Last ko na to pag-uusapan ha. For your cycle is not for your cycle anymore. Mahaba tong video na to. Walang gusto manood nito, makinig nito. Pero nandito lahat. Masterclass. Master Chismis, hindi pala masterclass. Sipin nyo maigi ha. Oh, you've essentially identified the market posts of 2022 are no longer free markets. Okay? Kailangan mo siya paaminin. Aamin to. Hindi man to magsisinungaling. Wala sa protocol nila yan. Okay? Galingan nyo lang sa pagpo-prompt, guys. Pero syempre, kailangan mo rin, lagyan mo naman ng laman yung utak mo para may papakain ka sa AI. Give and take yan. Kung ano ka, i-amplify niya. Hindi yan magdadagdag sa'yo. Okay? Ang dami kong theory na sinalpak dito. Puro hindi. Niwala kayo sa akin. Hanggang sa nakuha ko siya, nagigets ko na, okay, ganun pala siya talaga mag-work eh. Yeah, big shoutouts kay Yam261. Okay guys, yun lang. God be the glory. Durugin sana ng Diyos ang aking pride, ang ego ko. Okay? Hanggang sa maging abo to. At pure kindness lang yung tumubo mula sa abo neto. So for me guys, ilalagay ko pa rin yung pera ko sa kung nasaan yung bibig ko. Okay? Alam ko mahirap. Ang dami nangyayaring masama sa akin ngayon guys sa business. Okay? Yung mga package ko hindi dumating. Pagdasal nyo guys. Okay? At di sumama loob ng mga customer ko. So, yun lang muna guys. Okay? Maraming salamat sa inyong patience. And chismis na ang lahat ng yun. Kailangan nyo pa rin aralin, planuin, at kilusan. Nang sa ngayon, ang lahat ng to ay ating makamtan. At syempre guys, stay awesome. Goodbye. Thank you. And have a great night. Kita-kits tomorrow, I guess. Tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving sa inyo. Stay safe.
Bossbear nga pala, chismoso ng crypto since 2017 bull run and have been documenting my journey since 2021 at may bagong mission na gawing 100k ang 10k ng may buong puso at kadwa. Bossbear nga pala,